So my mom has been to jail 3 times. You know, that's my icebreaker. You know, it makes me feel like Tupac a little bit. You know, my mom didn't go to jail for, breaking in a dinosaur museum or having a meth lab or murder or light treason. My mom just liked to drink, and she had a lot of DUIs, like a scroll of DUIs that fell to the floor. So 3 times in my life, my mom went to jail, and the first time I was 5, I didn't really know why. We were on the run from the law. They took her away, and then I saw her again. Then I was 17 going on 18, and she went to jail, and she left me with my siblings, and I had to work. I became an adult at a very early age, which, I was like more than up to the task to do that, and, I felt alive, being an adult. And then the third time she went to jail, I was 20 years old. And the third time I went to jail, she had left me, in debt, in as far as like back rent, over about $2,000 back rent, which I had no idea about that, and I had a week to pay it, which was pretty, tough for me being a 20-year-old man, or, yeah, I'll call myself a man right there. But, so I went to the renting agency, and I took my brother and sister along with me, and I told them, I was like, all right, guys, we're going to need cute and poverty-stricken. We have the poverty-stricken thing down. So guys, like, I'm going to need all that cuteness out of you, which worked. We got 2 weeks. I had 2 weeks to raise about, I would say around $1,400. I had $600 saved. So those 2 weeks, I worked my ass off. I worked every day, as much as I could, and the thing was, I had great friends that I owe a lot to that helped me keep my mind off of this, because it was stressful. They were like, I didn't have any money for weed, and they said, hey, take your mind off of this. I was like, thank you. Wait, what am I working for? But no, it would always come back to that. And I worked myself sick. And I got to a point where I couldn't really work anymore. So I took a few days off, and it ended up being the day before the money was due, and I still owed about $400. And I felt shitty. I felt that I let them down. And it was tough on me. And that night I had friends throwing a party, and I knew at this party that they knew what I was going through, and I knew that everybody was going to throw me a little bit of money, and I was very grateful for it. And I was walking through the party, and everybody had smiles on their face, and that was the first night that I was introduced to Jello shots, and I was like, whoa, there's alcohol in these? Which, to that point in time, I was like super content. I'm almost like just drinking myself into oblivion, drinking myself to death, because I felt like I let them down. I just drank so many Jello shots that if you had taken my blood alcohol content, they would have been like, that's gelatin. That's all gelatin in that man's blood. And I got to that point, and they all take me into the living room, and they're all sitting on the couch, the love seat, the ottoman, Indian style, on the floor, and they pull me, and my friend Ramsey, he's a great guy. He says, Jarrod, like, we know like how hard you've been working, and we obviously see how drunk you are right now, but we have something for you. So they hand me an envelope. The envelope is thick, and I'm really drunk, and I say, and the winner is, and I rip open the envelope, and money flutters everywhere, and it rains down. And this is before making it rain was really cool, so I'm an innovator in a sense. And it rains down, and I just see all their smiling faces like behind the money, and I just was like, wow, this is awesome, but this is probably enough, and everybody's laughing, and I'm laughing, and we gather up the money, and they say, Jarrod, this is $500. And I say, holy shit, thank you, I would talk any more than I am now, but like I'm really drunk and I don't want to start crying, but this is like one of the greatest like moments of my life, and it was one of the best moments of my life because I still like remember like everybody's like smiling faces like behind that money, and I just like I look back on it and like so, I don't want to sound cliche, but like It's a Wonderful Life. It tells you, a man could like never be a failure if he has friends, and that's why it's like you need to. People in your life are important, and you need to treat them like they're important, and they'll always be there for you. Thank you, guys. I'm Jarrod Little. Thank you.